Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 20th to June 26th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind messages for others for whatever does not resonate. To uncover more layers of the week, check out your readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. And for those wanting even more clarity, I posted a pick a card video that provides answers to whatever questions you may have in terms of yes, no, timing, finding out reasons why. But this reading explores themes related to the summer and winter solstice, which respectively occurs in the northern and southern hemisphere on June 21st. The word solstice is derived from Latin and references the sun's apparent stoppage or standing still above the furthest points north and south of the equator. So we'll lay out these last cards. You have a decent number of major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than half. Okay, so in this first column, we look at what appears to be stopping or standing still. You have this breathe card. You also have Judgment, Queen of Cups, and the Chariot. In this second column, we look at what is reaching its furthest point this week. You have Earth Spirit, Stability. You have the Devil, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Wands. And in this third column, we see how your energy is impacted by the solstice. You have this Messenger card. You also have the Fool, Five of Wands, and the World. So here, this Breathe card, this is a card reminding you just to breathe. Have some time for yourself, time where you practice some self-care, and this can apply to slowing down or even just catching your breath if you're running a race or something along those lines. So here with this, what appears to be stopping or standing still may be this forward moving motion with the with the Chariot, because you do have the Judgment card. The Chariot is basically, being on not just a path, but just like a mission to reach a goal, to complete some task, to have some type of victory, and along the way, overcoming obstacles and really doing what you need to do to feel safe, to set you up for the future. And with this Judgment card, this is about taking a moment of reflection, an honest reflection of your situation, your past, the things you've done, the things you haven't done, things you said or didn't say, and recognize those things, own up to those things, and release, whatever baggage that you may be carrying along with you, guilt, shame, old relationships that you kind of, where you didn't have, say certain words, that you didn't acknowledge certain things, and just recognize who you are, accept who you are, practice some self-love and self-care. And the Queen of Cups here is definitely a card of practicing self-love and self-care. So, you know, basically, this is kind of, it may appear that you aren't going anywhere, that you're just standing still, but this seems to be some type of a need for you to connect with yourself a little bit. So let's take a look at the Chariot. You have the Nine of Wands. So you may be feeling that you can keep going, that you've got enough passion and dedication to keep doing what you're doing. So this may have to do with work. This could just be, you know, day-to-day life. This could also be you and your relationships with, you know, everyone around you, in the sense of possibly needing to focus more on your self-happiness. So let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. Oh. You have the Three of Swords. So definitely some past upsets, hurt, disappointments. You may be just taking it on yourself, and really need to kind of have a good cry even, and you know, heal those wounds from that disappointment. But here's the Judgment will help with this process, in the sense of you can examine what really caused each you know, injury of the heart there. Was it something that you said? Was it something you didn't say? Was it a belief you had that wasn't, you know, reality didn't match up to it? Something along those lines. And just recognizing how you contributed to that situation. So let's take a look at the Judgment card. Am I holding this upside down? Yes. You have the Seven of Swords. This is a card of liar, stealer, cheater. This is a card of imposter syndrome. So really, to some degree, this may indicate either you being in a position where you didn't really reveal everything to someone. Maybe you hid things even from yourself, like you didn't want to focus on certain aspects of a person that came back to bite you in the end. Or, you know, maybe you did something that wasn't really, that you're not really proud of, just to get ahead in whatever it is that was the situation, to get ahead in terms of, I don't know, being the smartest, the most popular, being, you know, irresistible, trustworthy, you know, something along those lines where, looking back, you aren't feeling the best about that. But it could be just, maybe a two-way street, considering you have this Devil card here. So here, what is reaching its furthest point this week, you have this Stability card. And this is a card that kind of is calling for you to get grounded and to be stable. to slow down and take some time for yourself. So here it's almost as if these things are kind of working together, kind of saying, hey, slow down. You need to slow down. You need to take some time. You need to look at, how you manage things. Maybe you have a temper. Maybe you're stubborn, something along those lines. Possibly stubborn if you're still going and you're just worn out and you're just constantly spinning your wheels. So here with the Queen of Pentacles, this is another card of practicing self-care, making sure that you have what you need physically, emotionally, mentally. You have the emotional card over here. Queens in general are associated with the element of water, indicating emotion and creativity, intuition. But here it's going to double that. And with the Queen of Pentacles, the element of earth is here. And then, the Devil card, that's your card, Capricorn. So that's also an earth element card. So with the Queen of Pentacles, it may be focusing on making sure that your needs in the material world are met in terms of, are you eating right? Are you sleeping well? Are you staying hydrated? Those types of things. And with the Three of Wands, kind of indicates expansion and movement and growth, which is definitely not what this person is doing. This little earth spirit is, kicking it under the tree, relaxing, trying to get grounded. And this person is on the move and trying to expand and grow. So I am very interested in this Devil, but I'm more interested in the Queen of Pentacles, believe it or not. So let's take a look at the Queen of Pentacles here. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is a card of making sure that you have stability in the material world, that you have foundation. It's very much a being aligned in your mind, heart, body, spirit, and making sure that the basics are there, recognized, taken care of. So definitely it seems that this week, more than any other week, you should be really paying attention to that. So now let's take a look at this Devil card. You have the Two of Pentacles, and this is trying to balance, responsibility and fun, like work-life balance, having a lot of balls in the air, and really, to some degree, possibly putting other people's needs above your own, or, possibly putting your needs above other people's. It can be either way, depending on your situation. So that's a question for you to answer in terms of what is it that you are tempted by? What is it that is going to give you that quick fix, that instant gratification, that isn't sustainable in the long run and isn't for your best and highest good? So let's take a look at the Three of Wands. You have this Death card, transformation, letting go of something that is not for your best and highest good. So to some degree, you know, there is this conflict between being grounded, protecting yourself, and getting outside of your comfort zone and connecting with other people, you know, expanding your idea of success in the world, possibly even a physical move. So here in this third column, your energy is impacted by the solstice. And you have this messenger card. And this card is kind of saying that there's something that you have that is worth saying, that you really need to kind of dig down and figure out what that is. And, you know, it could be that you feel your message isn't worth sharing, or that your message conflicts with other people's messages, or that, you know, this message kind of conflicts with certain ideas that you have. But this is a kind of a card where your truth needs to come out. And what's interesting is this Five of Wands here. Typically, there is, or traditionally, there's 5 individuals that are kind of fighting with their wands. They might be pages, and it kind of indicates individuals that are pursuing their own ideas and passions, and just not really working together or listening to each other. Here, there's one single individual, and it's almost as if the conflicting ideas and passions are creating like a prison cell or a gate keeping in this individual. But you also have the Fool and the World card. So you have the beginning of a journey and the end of a journey. You have this pretty much, you know, leap of faith, opening your heart and your mind to, you know, potential, limitless possibilities. And with the World card, recognition of the lessons you've learned and what you've accomplished, and the wisdom that you'll take with you on your next journey. So here, it's as if this kind of the Five of Wands, this conflict of ideas and desires, is what's kind of the key. Figuring out that it is the key to you completing some kind of spiritual lesson and starting on a new one. So let's see what we have there. We have the Sage of Pentacles, which is the equivalent of the Queen of Pentacles. So to some degree, it's almost a conflict of what provides you a sense of comfort, what gives you a sense of stability and home and nurturing, and also, you know, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your free time? How do you manage your money? How do you, you know, manage your attention even? And do you focus it on yourself? Do you focus it on others? And to some degree, I would say that you might focus it on protecting because of the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords over here. That to some degree kind of indicates a need to heal. And if you kind of heal yourself, show yourself some self-love, self-care, then perhaps this heals, and perhaps the passions, desires, ideas become more clear, and you can speak your truth. So let's take a look at the Fool. You have the Fool. So for some of you, it kind of indicates that you want to start something anew. This could be starting a new career path, a new path of study, even like moving somewhere. This could also even be you want to, like, you know, if you're in a relationship, possibly spend more time on your own. You want to have, you know, maybe even you want to get rid or heal these aspects of the past, and you just want to look at each day as an opportunity to experience life in a positive way and not be concerned about, you know, betrayals or disappointments. So let's take a look at the World over here. You have the Magician. And here it is, you know, the confidence to create what you want, manifest that into reality. This is also a card of, you know, honest communication and awareness of what is it that you do want. To some degree, this Five of Wands, this conflict of desires, is because there's a question of what is it that you truly want to manifest. When you complete whatever journey you're on right now, whatever spiritual lesson you're learning right now, what is it that you want to do with that knowledge, that wisdom? What is it that you want to create and call your own? So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.